You know, up here, seeing that every single night, you know, that's that's rare. It's rare for a dude to be able to hit shots like that, and from the places that he hits it from and the accuracy that he hits it with. So it was good to see something go down for him tonight.
I'm sure they're not happy with their shot making, but I thought you guys had a lot to do with that. I was pretty pleased with your defense.
I was very pleased with our defense. I really was. I was pleased with our approach. I thought we came to compete tonight, you know. We didn't have a lot of lapses in our defense other than when they picked up the pressure and tried to get back into the game. That was more offensively. They started playing really fast because our half-court defense, I thought, kind of bothered them. But, yeah, man, I was happy with what we did defensively and on the offensive glass. I mean, you get 16 offensive rebounds. I just love how hard we played.
On Dame, after Wednesday's game, he kind of admitted that the shooting slump or whatever you want to call it, the way he'd been shooting was bothering him a little bit. Did you notice that at all behind the scenes? Not that it was like frustrated, but that he had noticed it for real.
No, I didn't notice that. The thing about Dame, I mean, as y'all know, like whatever he got going on, he doesn't wear it. You know, he's the same guy on enough to share that it speaks volumes about who he is.
Chauncey, Dirk left the game. You guys kind of exchanged a little hug. Was there anything behind that?
Well, you know, I'm always on Dirk. I push Dirk, man. I push Dirk. I believe in him so much, and you know, when he's in there and we're hitting him in the gap, and there's small guys rotating over, and he doesn't finish those, you know, I'm on him. You know, and so, you know, sometimes he just comes to me and says, "My bad, coach. You know, my bad." But Nurk was great, man. You know, Nurk was great. He controlled the paint. He got all the rebounds. He finished, you know, when he had opportunities, a little better tonight. And he'll continue to get better, you know, because he actually works on it every day. So I was happy with Nurk's effort. You know, he's playing so hard that he gets tired. And that's fine, because I just get him out of there. Even if it's 3 minutes, if it's 4 minute stretch, I get him out of there. And he doesn't look at me like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? He's busting his butt, and he believes in the next guy coming. And that's how we got to be, you know, for everybody in the rotation. And he's bought into that, and I give him credit for that.
Hard for me to tell, but I think he kind of initiated that little hug that you guys had, or was it you?
Yeah.
Was it him?
Yeah, he came to me.
Do you read that as like, hey, or what do you read into that?
I read into it, you know, he cares, you know, and he knows that I believe in him. And that's him coming to me saying, I know you believe in me, coach, I got you, you know. Man, I got you. You know, I just think it's a beautiful exchange. But, you know, Nurk and I have a good relationship that way.
Did Monday offer any extra motivation, or was that?
Well, Monday offered us an opportunity to see how bad we could be when we turn the basketball over, you know, how bad we can be when we don't start off the game focused on competing, you know, on every play. So it was just a great teaching game for us to be able to look at and say, well, of course, they're not going to let us catch the ball. I mean, our two teams, we run a lot of the same plays. So when I call a play, they know where we're going to try to get the ball. But guess what? When they call a play, we know where they're trying to catch the ball. Why would we let them catch the ball there? You know what I'm saying? So it was just a teachable game, as to say, all right, every single game is a different challenge, but without competing, it don't matter what we draw up or what defense we're in. If you don't compete, you're going to get beat.
For these first 5 games, how would you describe the team's rest defense?
I think we're in a much better place now than we were even a week or so ago. You know, and I don't even, not even the game Monday. that's an anomaly. You know, he turned over 30 times. But just the things that we're starting to figure out how hard we have to play every night. You know, I think we're trusting each other a lot more offensively as well. You know, to stay spaced, to stay in our spots. Our bigs are really good facilitators. But I just think, you know, we're figuring out how hard we got to play and how many multiple efforts we have to make defensively. So I think we're just progressing, you know, daily.
About 6 minutes, you put your starters back in during timeout. Was there any specific message in that timeout at all?
Well, you know, Jason, there's one thing, you know, I think we struggled a few times already this season at closing quarters and closing halves. We could have closed that second quarter for the halftime and been sitting pretty. I was really upset about how we closed the second quarter. And so that's an improvement area for us, you know. So I put them back in and basically saying, let's just play the right way. You know, we have a team down, we got to take advantage of that. But that takes some getting used to, you know. So it was just, you know, just trying to keep building the habits.
How nice was it to have Norman back?
Huh?
How nice was it to have Norman back?
Yeah, it was great to have Norman back out there. You know, his shot making is, you know, it's just such a knockdown shooter, and his energy. I told him at one point in the third quarter, man, you all right? He's like, yeah, what's up? I said, man, every time I see you limping, I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to take you out. He was like, nah, that's just me. I said, oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm just figuring it out. But I'm glad he's good.
You said you didn't like the way you guys were closing quarters, but to open quarters, second quarter, they didn't score for the first 5.5 minutes. They scored 1 point. And then the quarter, they scored 2 points for 6.5.
Yeah.
So I assume that you at least like that part.
I love it. I love it. We call, so when we get 3 stops in a row, we call it a kill. And so there was a stretch there where we weren't scoring, but we had got 8 straight stops. I call it timeout, you know, and first thing I'm talking about is, man, just keep defending, you know. And when we do defend, don't foul at the end of the play and go get the rebound. We'll figure the offense out. But if we can keep defending, we'll be just fine, you know. But I just want to call the timeout just so we can have some organization, have a play ready.
You think the offense is behind the defense at this point?
Huh?
You think your offense is like behind your defense at this point in terms of execution?
Yeah, I think so. Because we're running some different things that they from last year, and also we're running a few things the same but at different calls. You know, but I like it that way because defense is mostly effort, communication, and like this is what I want to do. Offense is always fun, and so for your defense to be a little bit ahead, I think it's really good. Offensively, I don't really worry too much about us. We'll be fine there.
Gonna take one for the Zoom. Chris Saltis, go ahead.
Hello, Coach. Congratulations on the win. How many steps forward do you feel that you made as a team in the last couple of games on both ends of the floor, and what would you like to maintain as a team?
I'm sorry, man. I didn't understand you. What did you say?
How many steps forward you feel that you made as a team in the last couple of games, and what would you like to maintain on your game after those 2 games?
Yeah, I think we are taking a few steps forward. You know, I talked a little bit pregame about a lot of times our barometer, especially right now, is are we taking care of the basketball? We did a good job of taking care of the ball again tonight. And also, are we running back and loading up for teams that are trying to run in transition? Is our transition defense starting to take steps forward? That's the foundation of our defense, and it's getting better. It's getting better. So we got to keep those things. We got to keep, you know, taking care of the ball. There has to be a consistent and a constant, and also, you know, defensively getting back and loading up.
Any other questions?
Can't have an off night shooting tonight. Is that the only thing that was wrong with this game? He still played well on the offensive side.
Yeah, I thought Ant played well. You know, he didn't make his usual shots, but you know, with having Norm back, you know, obviously he'd be bringing another scorer in there and a starter, guys that's going to play a lot of minutes. but he got the looks that we wanted him to have. I thought defensively he was locked in and he was in tune. Talking, being vocal out there. I thought Ant played well.
Okay.
Thank you.